Part 2, you will hear a guide, David Miller, introducing a group of visitors to the Highfield Observatory and Astronomy Club. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to the Highfield Observatory. I'm David, the club secretary, and I'm delighted to see so many new faces here for our monthly open sky night. Before we head out to the telescopes, I'd like to give you a brief introduction to what we do here and share a few practical tips. People often ask me why amateur astronomy is becoming so popular again. You might think it's because high-tech equipment has become cheaper, and while that's true, I don't think it's the main reason. In our busy digital lives, we are constantly looking down at screens. Astronomy forces you to look up. It gives people a sense of perspective. When you look at a star that is light years away, your daily worries about traffic or emails seem much smaller. That sense of escape is really what drives our membership numbers. Now, a little history about where we are standing. The Highfield Observatory wasn't always a place for science. The main building was originally constructed in 1910 as a private hunting lodge for a local wealthy family. It was only in the 1970s that the local council bought the land. There was a plan to turn it into a golf course, but thankfully a group of local physics teachers campaigned to save the site for educational purposes, and the club was founded shortly after. Regarding tonight's session, we are expecting clear skies, which is fantastic. However, there is one strict rule we have here. Please do not use the flashlight on your mobile phone. It takes the human eye about 20 minutes to fully adapt to the dark. If someone flashes a bright white light, it ruins that night vision instantly for everyone nearby. If you need to see where you are walking, we have a box of red light torches by the door. Please borrow one of those, as red light doesn't affect your eyes in the same way. Also, for those of you interested in joining the club, we have a special project starting next month called Star Count. We are trying to measure light pollution in the area. We need volunteers to count how many stars they can see within the constellation of Orion from their own back gardens. You don't need a telescope, just your eyes and a bit of patience. It's a great way to contribute to real scientific data. One last thing before we tour the grounds, our main telescope, the Big Bertha, is currently undergoing maintenance. The mirrors are being realigned. It's a delicate job, so unfortunately the main dome is closed tonight. But don't worry, we have set up 6 smaller telescopes on the lawn, which are perfect for viewing the planets.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Right, let me orient you with the layout of the observatory grounds so you don't get lost in the dark. So, we are currently standing in the Welcome Center. If you look at the map on the wall, assume we are here at the bottom, near the entrance gate. Directly in front of us, you'll see a large circular path. If you follow the path round to the left, the first building you come to is the old library. It's a lovely brick building. We've recently converted it into a small museum displaying antique navigation tools. It's definitely worth a look if you get cold outside. Further up the path on the left-hand side, just past the library, you'll find the planetarium. It looks like a small white dome. Unlike the main telescope dome, this one is for digital projections. We have a show starting at 8 p.m. called Journey to Mars, which is great for kids. Now, if you take the path to the right from the entrance, you'll walk past the cafeteria. Just behind the cafeteria, tucked away in the trees, is the equipment shed. This is normally locked, but tonight we've opened it up, because that's where you can hire binoculars if you didn't bring your own. They require a small deposit, just so you know. Finally, right at the top of the map, directly opposite the entrance but on the far side of the grounds, is the solar terrace. It's a flat paved area. Obviously, it's used for viewing the sun during the day, but at night we set up deck chairs there. It's the highest point on the grounds, so it offers the widest view of the horizon. Perfect for spotting shooting stars if you're lucky. Okay, does anyone have any questions before we head out?
That is the end of part 2. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers to part 2.